What up, gamers? Fencer here, and welcome back to Zenless Zone Zero. So, yeah, let's go and maybe see her pass. I feel like that's what might be coming up here for Vivian.
I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence. Wherever I stayed, tragedy followed. I had roamed too many places, and each time, it ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me, whether they knew me or not. Everyone seemed convinced that I was the source of the curse. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and others speculated maliciously. It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life all around New Eridu. So many lights. And not knowing where to go, I thought, if only I could disappear into those lights. I made up my mind. And right then, my phone rang.
That's a sad story, man.
I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world. It was you, Lord Vathan.
It was me.
Huh? Me?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Vathan. You were the one using the account at that time, but I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just an ordinary day, with an ordinary post and meaningless comments online.
Is this where she became a fan of Lord Phaethon?
But for me, it was the night I finally realized where I could go. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day, share it all with you, face to face.
So, I have to ask, what exactly did I say in that reply?
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself.
Come on.
I'm not telling you.
You're putting my memory to the test.
So, Lord Vathan, thank you, not only for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but also for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now, Lord Vathan. I truly like who I've become.
The wind skims across the surface of the water, lifting Vivian's hair and brushing it against her cheek. Dead lights reflected in her eyes dance and flicker, as if eager to share the stories of the past, both the good and bad, the happy and the sad. Emotions intertwine with the narratives, and you feel as though you're witnessing the path she has traveled.
Lycon just sent a message. There's an update. Let's head back to the video store and go over the details together.
Okay. That's it? Okay, just making sure. Wait, what was that scene? With the stairs? Was it there? I guess so. But we can't even go down there, can we? Yeah, there's a rope over here. Alright. Yeah, I was just wondering, because I'm guessing that where we spawned in would be near that staircase.
Wise, you're back. Looks like Lycon's tied up with something. He said I should just chill until you're back, and then we can talk online. I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now. Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to secure the sacrifice core.
Alright, we'll get there right away.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands. The
Dang.
mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time.
Ooh.
The target coordinates have been shared with her.
Heck
She'll
yeah.
meet you there.
The Void Hunter?
Please ensure your safety, and I wish you all the best.
Lord Phaethon, we'll head out as soon as you're ready. You must obtain the sacrifice core before Hartman does. Let's get going. Okay.
Ready and waiting.
I want to go for Gura
Officer
once
1
again.
mission starts.
Deploy. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, this time we'll get to meet the friend. I'm kind of curious about that. Yeah, that was kind of cool with Vivian in her story. You know, she felt sad that she felt like she want to end it all. But then, you know, just one reply from us saved her life and made her follow our path in a way.
Where's the sacrifice core?
Camille, you really think I'd stroll around with something this important? Plus, even though the Ravenlocks and the Exaltus have been working together for ages, I've hardly even met Lady Dina. I'm the one offering the
Lady
sacrifice
Dina.
core here. I'm curious what Lady Dina's got lined up for me in return?
So, Dina's the boss?
I'm just here to verify that the core you mentioned is real. Once that's sorted, Lady Dina will give you a proper response. Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
Sure thing. I'll take you to where I keep the core. Once you verify it's legit, have Lady Dina come over. We'll lay everything on the table face to face.
All right, lead the way.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a greedy and insatiable man. It's just that... why would they only send Camille for something as important as the sacrifice core? And I can't shake the feeling that Camille doesn't want Hartman and Dina to meet. Why is that?
So this Dina they were talking about, is she the leader of the Exaltists?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Kind of. Lord Vathan, I really
Kind
think we
of.
should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
I've mapped out a shorter route, but there will be ethereals along the way. I'll leave the fighting to you, Vivian.
Don't worry, Lord Vathan. You're in capable hands. I'll ensure your safety.
Sometimes I forget that Wise is here.
Ethereal! Stay away from Lord
I'm still like
Vathan!
used to the Bing Boo sometimes, like, you know, being in the story, but I mean, I still feel like, you know, they should use the Bing Boo in a way because it's just safer. Like, yeah, I'm just here for directions. I don't think I need to risk my life being here when I can use the Bing Boo. It does kind of put, I already forgot the Bing Boo's name already, but the Bing Boo that they would use pretty
Looks
much
like
puts him
Hartman's
out
trying
of
to
work
negotiate
into
for more
Hollow.
leverage.
I feel kind of bad for it, but unless it wants to be out of, you know, not in the Hollow anymore, then I guess I'm fine with
Let's
that.
get out of here before we're spotted.
But yeah, it does feel very different. I'm not entirely used to it yet, even though we spent like maybe,
Let's keep moving, Lord Vathan.
you know, like 7 videos worth on it, I think, during that whole storyline, that previous storyline in the main quest. I guess the
Leave the enemies to
part
me,
A
Lord
part.
Vathan.
Where's the Void Hunter? I want to meet the Void Hunter. And I wonder when Hugo comes into play, because I feel like he's got to be coming in. Unless, like, you know, maybe it's more of a companion story.
Better not get my shot.
I can maybe see it work like that, where it's just a companion story. Well, no, I thought about, like, maybe it'll be told in the past, like maybe Lycon will talk about his time with Hugo or
Over
something.
there. It looks like they're
Or maybe
arguing.
Vivian. But no, I feel like since we got those like friendship events, right?
This is our chance. Let's
I'm
hurry.
guessing you can do that too with Hugo. Unless maybe they're treating it like it's done from the past or
No
something.
matter who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltus.
It's just I know he died, but I think he's gonna come back. I just feel like that makes the most sense when it comes to how like things are presented, in my
Hand over
opinion.
what's in the box. Or we do this the hard way.
You sure talk big, little girl.
Don't even try it.
Let's see if you can get past me.
Let's hurry and secure the sacrifice core.
Let's see if we can get past me. Okay, there's the box.
Lord Phaethon, the box is empty. So Hartman never kept the core here to begin with?
How did you even find your way here? Where's the core in the box? What did you do with it?
You call this keeping the sacrifice core safe?
So he does everyone not know that it's not there? Just as everyone stands confronting each other, a voice comes from behind, which I'm guessing is the person responsible for taking that core. I'm gonna guess it's either Hugo or the Void Hunter. Oh, who's this? Okay. Is that the Void Hunter?
Vivian, it's been ages.
It's Dina.
Dina!
Dina. Like, she looks... A part of me feels like she could be playable.
Oh my, you actually remember me. Look at you, thriving. I thought you'd totally forgotten about our past.
You think we'll get a Exaltist? Like, playable characters? With their own Bing Boo?
So, tell me, do you ever dream about the people you've killed? Are they
Oh my gosh.
crying in your head all night?
Okay, yeah, she's really trying to trigger Vivian here.
Back then, I had no idea.
You had no idea? While you were soaking up all that love from your daddy and everyone else, you had no idea what was going on?
I wasn't...
Lady Dina, Miss Vivian didn't actually...
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit. I was worried Hartman might try to pull a fast one on us.
Really? So loyal. I thought you'd be more like the old days. Just a few words from Vivian, and you'd be plotting my demise. Just like what you did with Father.
I won't, Lady Dina.
Don't even think about betraying me, Camille. You owe me for what went down back then. However, I do understand your worries. This core, it's fake.
No way! I got this straight from Hugo.
Oh,
It can't be fake.
I mean, you got it from Hugo.
How can you just claim it's fake without any proof?
Ugh, seriously?
Dina approaches Hartman and coldly inserts the core into an open wound on one of his subordinates. The guy collapses to the ground screaming. Dina wipes her hands and casts a look of disdain.
The sacrifice core can max out the ether particles within human bodies in no time at all. But look at your little subordinate. How uncouth. He's making noises like some animal. Can you shut him up? So annoying. The masterpiece Father made for the creator isn't this worthless piece of junk you're holding.
Father is capitalized,
So, the real core.
Vivian,
so that must be very
where
important.
do you think the sacrifice core is really at?
I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd destroy it without a second thought. Dina, you understand what the sacrifices are. And you know those who were blessed should not have to endure such horrors.
Oh? They shouldn't have suffered those horrors. Weren't you the one who decided if they'd be blessed or not? If it weren't for your tears, how would they have encountered such misfortune? How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates were in your hands. It was you who brought disaster on them.
Landon just needed an excuse. He needed someone to blame. Whether I shed tears or not, he'd treat living beings as mere subjects for his sacrifice experiments. Dina, you know all of this. Landon even went so far as to sacrifice you.
Ooh.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Father did it for his great cause.
Okay, the father is Landon.
Vivian, why do you always mess everything up for me? Everything! You did it before, and now again! You just had to ruin my plan. I was so close to fulfilling Father's last wish. If you don't give me the sacrifice core, be prepared to become food for the ethereals.
I told you I don't have the sacrifice core. Otherwise, I would have destroyed it already. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment to retreat. She can be quite unpredictable when her temper flares.
Ooh, we're gonna fight?
Oh, really? You don't have it? Then I suppose there isn't a reason to keep you alive.
As Dina finishes her words, several explosions erupt, followed by tremors in the ground, signaling the rapid approach of numerous ethereals. In a panic, Harbin rushes to the car he summoned, taking Camille and Dina with him. Oh my. Well, look at these guys. Wait, they look
More
unique.
Ethereals are coming.
I don't think I've seen them before. They look very unique.
My turn. Who dares get between me and Lord Satan?
And just imagine, like, if Wise or Belle becomes a playable one day, that you pair her up with them. The dialogue.
Too many. There's no chance to get out of
A
this.
part of me wants to get Mockingbird or at least Vivian for that. But no, I'm really gonna save up first for Obel Squad. I want to get that done first before anything else. And then I just like hope and pray that there's no one else that I'd rather get. I know there's also Evelyn that I want. There we go.
Standing by.
Ooh.
In
Youch.
position. Don't get hit.
My turn. Better not get my trust dirty.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you need to hold down the button to be able to fly as a Vivian.
Fire it low.
I guess that does it automatically when you had like the skill ready. Okay, I'm about to go down here. I don't be careful.
Drop the weapon. You're under arrest.
I just realized what I wonder
Away from Lord Satan.
if Wise becomes playable. Like, what is the element's gonna be? Oh
There's
snap!
so many.
Here we go. Void Hunter comes in. Void Hunter. Oh, is it her? The one with the wings?
It's ink.
Okay, I don't remember if they said she was a Void
Palace,
Hunter or not.
Good fortune, close gate, safety.
Oh frick!
What?
An evil miasma gathers here.
Wow, we
Another
get to
place
meet her
of
early on here.
conflict. If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast.
Jeez, dude.
Now.
Thank you.
You're not gonna lie, she's really hot. I didn't even realize she was like that hot. So what, she has ink powers? Is that what the bird is made of? Ink?
Finally, peace and quiet.
That's a cool bird.
You must be wise, right?
Are you the Void Hunter?
Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
May I ask?
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunque Summit. You can call me Yishuan. Mayflower passed along your info, and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see.
So yeah, do I just look regular to you? Just some average guy?
At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming.
So, you're the investigator the mayor mentioned.
Yes, he also asked me to be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
Guidance? What does that mean exactly?
Unfortunately, this isn't the right time or place to talk. I have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so let's part ways for now. I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
Part ways for now. We only met for like a few seconds. I don't know if my face has been so weird this whole time. Hold on, let me just resync my face or something. I don't know. My face has been acting up. I don't know if I need to resync. Like, hide my face, then show it again. It's been like really creepy. Yishuan leaves after saying this, while Vivian appears lost in thought, looking distracted.
I'm so sorry, Lord Vathan. I'm just not feeling very well. I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice core and reach out once I find something.
You don't look so great. Let's get out of here and figure things out later.
Yeah, she was there for like a few seconds, and then yeah, she's gone. Oh man, I wanted to know more about the Void Hunter level or rank person.
Lord Vathan, are you going to rest now?
I can head back later, Vivian. You seem a bit off since we left the Hollow. If you want to talk about what's bothering you, I'm here. Sometimes it helps to get it out.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Vathan. When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune. So no matter where I went, no one wanted me around for long. Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltist. There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister. She told me her father, Landon, was a great man who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows, so all life could live freely inside and outside of them. Tina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltists respected her greatly. Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude, allowing them to enter the Hollow freely without fear of sudden disaster. Back then, Dina would chat with me every day, always about the Exaltists and her father.
Okay, so that's the real father. I thought that father was a title, but seeing in lowercase here, I'm guessing it also like is the actual like blood father.
But things between us shifted when Landon asked me to step in for Dina. Landon told me I didn't only bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, I could actually help people. After that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, he'd give them a blessing medicine. Those who got the blessing could dodge calamities. At first, I was ecstatic, thinking I could help others. I shared my joy with Dina, but that was when she started to pull away from me.
Was that blessing medicine the same sacrifice serum Bringer had?
Yes, to be precise, it was an early version of the sacrifice serum. Landon's medicine wasn't stable. The medicine Landon developed could boost abilities quickly, but also sped up the development of ether corruption. In the end, most people turned into ethereals, and a few became sacrifices, losing all human consciousness. The ethereals were killed while the sacrifices were given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists. The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices to hold human consciousness, so Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence within the Exaltists. One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down my face. In a bid to save his reputation, Landon decided to let his own daughter receive the blessing. I had always thought that getting the blessing was a good thing, until I saw terror in Dina's eyes that day. That evening, I broke Landon's rules for the first time, and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence.
My dog wants to go out.
I trailed him to the Hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed becoming corrupted. In the end, that person became an ethereal. Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him. Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck into his study. And there, I uncovered the truths I just told you. And just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed. I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting deceived. So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing, not Dina.
Whoa.
At first, Landon argued, and no one believed me. But, in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall.
Jeez. He's been marked. Oh man. I can see why maybe Adina might not like Vivian now. But Vivian starts to recount what happened that day. Kind of felt like a...
Please accept the blessing.
It kind of felt like a lose-lose situation in a way.
Vivian, you...
Oh. That's Landon. Yeah, I think that, yeah, that is definitely the real father of Dina. They look alike.
Why won't you accept the blessing? Were you lying to us?
Dang.
Ungrateful fools! You have no use anymore!
There's Camille.
Liar!
Run! Run!
Dina! Dina, wake up! We have to go! Vivian? What's happening?
Or you know what? Like, I'm not sure, what happens in the story, but what if, like, Dina becomes the the third Mockingbird if she, like, becomes good and lives?
Listen to me. Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't... Father!
Dang.
No, I was just.
No, yeah, I'm sure Camille was innocent there. I think she just tried to disarm him, but the gun was aimed in the wrong way where it took his own life.
Mom, I want to go home.
It's got nothing
Dang,
to
a
do
kid
with
saw
us.
that too.
This-
Ouch.
This is just what happens when you don't accept the blessing.
Vivian, was this you?
Dina, I just didn't want you to accept the blessing. Everyone who does ends up...
I just don't want to lose my father.
You knew? If you knew what he's done, you...
He's my father. He's all I have. Stop being self-righteous, Vivian. You only ever bring misfortune.
Her voice trembles as she shares her past stories.
I thought once Landon was gone, Dina would leave the Exaltist. I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille would stay. Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster, so she's always supported the Exaltists. She's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope.
Yeah, she didn't feel like she's bad.
She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up. That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that all these years, she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of guilt, I think. But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I trapped her. I see misfortune approaching, but I can never change its course or avoid the bad ending. Maybe I really am a bringer of misfortune.
Don't think like that, Vivian.
No, you're not the one causing trouble. Whatever went down with the Exaltist, it was Landon who was pulling the strings. As for Dina and Camille, they knew the truth and they made their choice. The hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones. Not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like those two do.
Lord Phaethon.
You need to believe in yourself, Vivian. From what I can see, you're handling the sacrifice crisis pretty well on your own. Besides, you told me you really like who you've become. I hope that you can believe in that, at the very least.
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today. Years have gone by, but I've never had the courage to face all this. Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out. It lightens my heart a little. Lord Phaethon, you truly are a wonderful listener.
Not just today. Whenever you're feeling down, know that I'm here for you.
I will. It's been such a long day. You must be exhausted. I'll track down the location of the sacrifice core and let you know what I find. Good night, Lord Phaethon.
After bidding farewell to Vivian, my dog wants to go in. You head back to the video store. You see the collectible she gifted you on the table and steers a flood of memories. It steers a flood of memories. You've been through so much lately. You hope the sacrifice crisis can be resolved smoothly, pondering the whereabouts of the real sacrifice score. Morena sets in, and before you know it, you drift off to sleep. When you awake, it's almost noon. Alright. Wise, Vivian was in the store just now, but you weren't here. Did she need something? It's about the sacrifice core. The first time the sacrifice core appeared was at that auction, so she decided to try and find the security footage from after that day. It's possible more happened afterwards and we're simply unaware of it. If we can get that footage, we may gain new clues. Wise, if you have time, head to Lumina Galleria to meet up with Vivian. Let's go now. More immersive storytelling. Let's go. The next part of the story. Yeah, that was cool to see the past of Vivian. She really does feel like she's a bringer of misfortunes, but like I said before, I'm sure we can, make it into a good thing as the main character. Earlier, Vivian exchanged information with an acquaintance in the auction house's lounge. Oh, it's her
Sure.
again.
I didn't expect you to be working here.
That's the
Perfect.
that's the daughter, right, of that one mother that died?
I was just covering someone's shift. The screening here
Or
is
maybe not. I
super
thought it was a
strict,
little girl.
and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection.
Yeah, that's not the same person. I thought she was a little girl. It's not the little girl.
So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage. Then he logged that footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part of the footage had been wiped.
Blonde, wearing a hat. Could it be Hugo?
Do you know him?
I think it's him. If it were Hugo. I think I know where he would hide the tape. Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago. So I'm happy I could help you too. All right, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll catch up another time.
After saying goodbye to Xiao, Vivian leaves the lounge. Lord Phaethon, you're here. Someone I used to work part-time with just so happens to be covering a shift at the auction. I learned from her that Hugo once took some footage away with him. I think Hugo was planning something, so he hid the security footage. But once I knew when Hugo came here, I should be able to guess where he put the videotape. How? We are Mockingbird after all. It shouldn't be surprising we have subtle ways of communicating information, should it? Once, on a mission, we couldn't use communicators, so Hugo trained a few birds and put trackers on so we can communicate, but after that mission ended, we let them roam free. But I just checked their trackers, and one of those birds flew near the auction house on the day Hugo took the footage. It still flies around here from time to time. The tracker only gives a broad area, but I believe this might be something Hugo left for us to find. If I'm not mistaken, the videotape is hidden wherever the bird is, but I can't be sure which bird Hugo used this time. But all the birds he originally trained had at least some black feathers. Lord Phaethon, let's split up and search the area. If you see a bird, you can send me a picture of it. I should be able to recognize it. Sure thing. Find the black bird. I assume it's gonna be the one that might be the farthest away, unless I really gotta do all of them at once. So let me go for the farthest one out to maybe make things faster. So, you? I feel like it might, like if this is not it, then I'm guessing it's like I have to do all of them. Black Rose in a dark alley. Seems a bit cliche, but this one is a good place to hide something. Let's take a photo of this crow and send it to Vivian. After receiving the photo, Vivian quickly responds, "That's the one." She quickly comes over. I knew it. That's the one. It's all thanks to Lord Phaethon we found him so quickly. If it's here, then Hugo must have hidden the videotape among those boxes. You look through the boxes and find a recording, but it's been damaged. After discussing with Vivian, you decide to head back to the video store together to repair it and check the contents before making your next move. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling it would be like the farthest one away. It felt more natural than like, the two that are like really close to each other. So yeah, where's Fairy? Like she appeared for a bit, and she hasn't talked for a while. Like yeah, she's just really resting in the background, man. Oh, here we go, Fairy again. Fairy repairs the videotape and you watch the recording. The content leaves you shocked. It's a conversation between Hugo and Camille.
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal.
There we go. It's been a while since we've heard Hugo's voice. Or seen him alive. So wait, is he really dead? I'm just wondering, like, when he gets released, I'm guessing they're releasing a companion story. Like, I haven't watched, like, those update live streams yet. Only, like, the dev talk and the season 2 teaser. So yeah, like I wonder what's up with that. Like how they're going to introduce him in the story. Like unless I'm sure he's alive. That's what I'm guessing because I haven't seen like a playable character die yet in these stories.
Silence is no good for negotiation.
I'm sure maybe it happens later on in some other games. Like I guess what am I not caught up with? I guess Genshin and Honkai.
I just
But yeah, we'll see.
don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control.
Oh.
She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands. If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's concoction can't create sacrifices on its own.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the creator are leading us in the right direction. I just don't want Dina to spend her life trapped by her father's mistakes.
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather weird. I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands. As for how things will ultimately play out,
The creator will guide me.
The video abruptly comes to an end.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Compared to Camille's motives, I'm more concerned about whether Hugo has more plans lined up.
Hugo... He...
Wise, Lycon just sent a message saying he's got something urgent that he needs to talk to us about now.
All right, let's patch him in.
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you. We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity to replace him. The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young man named Burton from the Ravenlock family.
So... you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's study is also located within the venue.
I see. Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
It seems like there's nothing left for me to do.
You can attend as her +1.
Of course.
+1? Lord Phaethon, please go with me!
Master Proxy, it seems Miss Vivian requires your presence, so...
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely!
Sure. If we go together, we'll be able to keep an eye out for each other. I'll accompany Vivian.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton. If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup. I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
You get into contact with Burton. He said he'll come to 6th Street later to escort us to the banquet. Is there anything I need to look out for? Don't worry, Lord Phaethon. Just leave the socializing to me. I won't let any evildoers get close to you. But since there's still some time before we have to go, should we watch an instructional videotape on formal dinner etiquette together? I learned everything from videotapes when I first went undercover at the banquet for the mission 2. Though such a method isn't sufficient to master it, it's enough to deal with this one excursion. Then let's watch. Yep, I'll go over the key details for you as we watch the tape. You do some last-minute studying on the etiquette expected at the formal banquet for your mission that night. Before you know it, evening has arrived. Lord Phaethon, Burton sent his location. Are you ready to join me for the banquet? I'm ready. Then I'll meet up with Burton first and make sure he's not tampered with the car. Lord Phaethon, please wait 5 minutes before joining me. It'll be safer this way. Vivian heads off. After 5 minutes, she sends a message saying it's all good. Let's go meet up. Okay. Are we meeting at the parking lot? Or I guess somewhere far. The remodeling shop. Okay. I guess he parked there. I guess it makes sense, you know? Maybe not park at the back of Random Play. Here's Burton. Miss Banshee. This is... Wow, he's also like the... like Vivian with the ears. That's so cool. Is something the matter? What I mean is, this person doesn't look like your bodyguard. The Ravenlocks can protect me, no? If that's true, why would I bring a bodyguard? This is my companion for the evening. He heard the Ravenlocks are hosting a banquet with the elites from all walks of life in attendance, so he wanted to come and make new friends. You aren't so stingy as to not even allow your guests a +1, are you? Of course not. Since you're an important companion of Miss Vivian's, you are also my honored guest. Let's be off then. My chauffeur shall take you to the port, and from there, we will take a speedboat to the manor. About an hour later, you arrive at the Ravenlock Manor. With Burton's guidance, you go through numerous security checks before finally arriving at the banquet hall.
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family. If I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess it makes sense if he's from the Ravenlock family, that he's got the ears. Just like Hugo. But, like, I didn't see that on, yeah, I didn't see that on... Oh, what's his name? I guess the main boss, the main head of the Ravenlock.
Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion, does that not show my deepest sincerity?
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal,
Yeah, Hartman's the name.
still remains in power.
Oh? Do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be so tense. If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests? By letting them starve? Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you. We can discuss what
Special
you wish
dessert.
to know while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you. I'll come find you later. I wish you a pleasant evening.
Burton leaves, hurriedly leaves, and Vivian seems to breathe a sigh of relief.
These kinds of people are exhausting to deal with. I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
Was there a special meaning to the dessert you mentioned just now? I thought he'd stay for longer, but he left once you said that.
Hugo taught me that bringing up dessert in such situations is a way of telling the other party they need to offer more. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members. Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
All right. I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon.
In accordance with the plan, you head deep into the manor after sneaking out of the banquet hall with Vivian. It doesn't take you long to reach Hartman's study, and with a gentle push, the door actually opened.
Isn't this going a bit too well?
Yeah, I think so.
The security outside of the manor is really strict, but maybe it's more lax on the inside? Just in case, though, let's contact Lycon.
Right. Having some backup would be safer.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Then let's split up.
You and Vivian search through the Hartman's office for a while, but find nothing. Just then, footsteps suddenly come from outside. In a moment of panic, you hide behind a desk.
Esteemed
Whoa.
guests, is the catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to your satisfaction? So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food. Don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left. Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate you. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo my regard. Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself.
Hartman raises his gun, aiming at the desk, yet there's no gunshot. With a clink of metal, a familiar voice comes.
Bullet.
Hey,
Ow!
here we go. He is alive.
Dear uncle, why must we be so distant with one another?
Alright, so I hope we get to learn how he lived.
You can just tell me what you want to say directly.
Hugo! Impossible! You...
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon? When I have yet to trample you into the dirt.
You filthy bastard! You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
Petty tricks? Perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this faked death of mine, my dear uncle.
Okay, so what's happening next? Shortly before.
Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end.
So even Lycon knows? What the heck?
It was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
Okay. So like, was this whole thing scripted with Lycon? Like, the whole stabbing? The whole fatality thing? Like...
Guess I'll also bring Lycon along. He's my partner in crime, after all.
Okay. Yeah, very interesting.
You're late.
So strict. Spare me a moment to catch my breath, will you?
Okay, so I guess, you know what, we'll talk to him talk to him next time. Yeah, did not expect this. I mean, I knew that Hugo was gonna be alive somehow, but to even like maybe think that Lycon might be in on it too. Dog wants to go out again. Yeah, like, I'm guessing he just needed to fake his death, like you said, just so that he can get Hartman off his back. But I mean, that felt so real with Lycon. I guess they really did, like, maybe plan this out in a way. Yeah, like, they really staged a death. But even, like, Vivian, like, I guess she was kept out of the loop too. And I guess maybe, the reason why he didn't go back was just to, you know, to be absolutely sure that Vivian might not get involved. You know, maybe it might put her in danger because, you know, I feel like this is more of a family matter with the Ravenlock. And that's what I thought, you know, the reason why he faked his death. Like, you know, just now. But I guess he got help from Lycon too, to stage that death. Like even with the mayor's help too, right? I'm sure the mayor knows about this too. Yeah, it's very interesting, man. Just like thinking about it now. Yeah, I do think it, it was just to make sure that Vivian is not involved because it is a family matter, a Ravenlock family matter. It might go beyond of like what the Ravenlock, or not Ravenlock, the Mockingbird like stands for. But anyway, guys, yeah, next time we'll talk to Lycon and see what's up. But yeah, that'll be it for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good